Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Meditations with Josh and friends. I hope you all made it through the storm all right, and you're continuing to clean up, I'm sure. I'm reminded this morning of the importance of doing what we used to call in the Marine Corps a battle damage assessment. And essentially what that is after a firefight or an engagement with the enemy, you just check your losses. You check yourself to see if you're wounded. You check your equipment to see if it's broken. You just make a list of what's broken and what's functional. In the corporate world or in the strategic world, there's an analysis for this. We call it a SWOT analysis, SWOT, and it stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so we're just kind of listing our strengths, our weaknesses, opportunities, threats in these different categories. And it's sort of an indicator to, reflection, like post-activity reflection. And this year has been a lot to reflect on. COVID, this recent hurricane, name any number of things for any number of people, and it's going to be a little different, but certainly a lot to digest, a lot to process. And sometimes we don't process things very well or in real time. We don't set aside time, even when we're inside of the trauma or the things that are happening that are really heavy. It's difficult for us to detach and set aside some space within ourselves to just ground ourselves in prayer and get close to God and just be able to reflect on what's happening to give us some healthy space in our minds and our hearts and our spirits. This idea of what I'm talking about, this sort of post-action reflection, isn't lost in Scripture. We see in even some of our recent studies that we did, like when we were in Judges, there seems to be like this recap, at the end of certain Judges. It says, so-and-so ruled Israel for 65 years or 43 years, or, Shamgar delivered Israel by killing 600 Philistines with an ox guard. Samson killed thousands of Philistines and judged Israel for 20 years. There's like these post-action recaps. And in the New Testament, even Acts, 1,000 were added to their numbers that day, or 3,000 were added to their numbers that day of new believers and things. And so I just want to take that concept and encourage you this morning to get quiet if you need to. Carve out some space just for you and God to be quiet together, and maybe just reflect a little bit on some of the things that have happened if you haven't had time to do that, and do your SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Search yourself. Ask God to search you, like it says in the Psalms, and reveal to you, some of those things so that you can find some peace, get some clarity, and be able to move forward. All right, friends, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.